I love pasta. Years ago I used to just buy a jar of like white linen pasta sauce from Costco, add some stuff to it, and I thought it was really good. And then the last few years I've started experimenting with homemade pasta sauces with fresh tomatoes and some canned tomatoes, but no jarred sauce whatsoever. And I think the results are absolutely phenomenal. So I thought I'd share with you my latest spaghetti sauce recipe. Here's what you're going to need. 1 onion, 1 shallot, 2 carrots, 2 stalks of celery, a clove of garlic, a can of tomatoes, and my preference is San Marzano, 6 to 8 plum tomatoes, and approximately 1.5 pounds of ground beef, pork, and veal. Or if you prefer just ground beef, that's perfectly fine as well. You'll need some extra virgin olive oil and then some seasonings that I'll explain a little bit later. Step 1 is to dice the onion, garlic, and celery, and then mince the shallot and the garlic. You can quarter the plum tomatoes, and then you're going to add them to a blender and just give them a quick blitz to break them up a little bit. Then you can repeat the same process with a can of tomatoes as well. In a large Dutch oven or cast iron pot or other sauce pot, heat some extra virgin olive oil at medium temperature. Once the oil is hot, you're going to add your celery, carrots, onions, and shallots, and you're going to cook for about 5 minutes. Next, you'll add garlic, some Italian seasoning, and salt and pepper. And you're going to cook this for another 2 to 3 minutes. Once the vegetables are starting to get soft, you're going to add your ground meats and saute or cook until the meat is brown, and that takes about 5 to 8 minutes. Once again, you can add a little bit more salt and pepper as the meat is cooking, just to make sure you've got lots of flavor and seasoning in your spaghetti sauce. After the meat is cooked, you're going to add the tomatoes, the mahi, pesto, sambal, and red chili flakes, and a bay leaf, and then you're going to stir everything together. Season with a little more salt and pepper to taste, bring it to a boil, and then once the sauce comes to a boil, reduce the heat to low, cover it, and you can simmer it for up to 5 hours. If you prefer a thicker sauce, allow it to simmer while only partially covered. If you prefer a thinner, more saucy pasta sauce, keep the pot completely covered while you simmer it. I typically simmer my sauce fully covered for the first 60 to 90 minutes and then remove the cover by about 25% and let it simmer like that for another couple of hours. That way the sauce gets nice and rich and thick and really, really tasty. One thing great about this sauce is you can serve it after only an hour of simmering and it still tastes great. But if you have the patience and you can let it simmer for 4 hours or so, the results are absolutely amazing. So have a little bit of patience, let it simmer a little bit longer, and I guarantee you'll be completely happy with it. Hope you enjoy.